Hey,
What
don't
up?
be late to the party tonight.
Where at?
You know where it's at.
You won't believe what just happened. It's around 6 a.m. in Los Angeles. The sun is barely breaking the horizon over Ventura Boulevard, and something surreal has just unfolded. Lil Nas X, a global superstar, a Grammy-winning artist with billions of streams, was just caught wandering the streets, wearing nothing but underwear and cowboy boots. Within minutes, police were on scene. Moments later, he charged at officers, fists flying. Seconds after that, he's in handcuffs, and hours later, he's hospitalized for a suspected overdose. Fast forward a few days, and Lil Nas X is back in the spotlight. But this time, it's not a stage, it's a courtroom. So what ended up happening here that caused so much recklessness? Buckle up, because you're not going to want to miss this wild ride. But before we get into all the juicy details of this wild arrest, courtroom case, and possible health crisis, don't forget to smash that like button so you never miss the stories the mainstream tries to water down. Why was Lil Nas X, one of the most recognizable faces in music, caught in this bizarre, dangerous scene? Was it a breakdown, a stunt gone wrong, or the final crack after years of private pain? Here's the kicker. In the weeks before, he'd been leaving breadcrumbs, cryptic posts, strange behavior, hidden messages in his music. Were they all pointing to this? The truth is stranger than anything you've heard in the headlines. By the end of this video, you're going to see exactly why this arrest might be one of the most bizarre and possibly most revealing celebrity meltdowns of the decade.
It's Thursday, August 21st, 2025, early morning in Studio City. Ventura Boulevard is quiet. Until Lil Nas X appears, real name Montero Lamar Hill, walking unsteadily down the street. His outfit? Underwear, cowboy boots, and nothing else. A TMZ video shows him blurting out strange lines. Hey, don't be late to the party tonight. You know where it's at. At one point, he places an orange traffic cone on his head. Eyewitnesses call the scene haunting. Calls flood into the LAPD. Reports say male, half-naked, acting strange. When officers arrive, things escalate fast. Instead of complying, Lil Nas allegedly charges at them. One officer is punched twice in the chaos. The moment is tense and even dangerous because police don't know what's causing his behavior. Drugs? A medical emergency? Mental health crisis? He's restrained, taken into custody, and quickly transported to a hospital after showing signs of a possible drug overdose. Hours later, he's transferred to Valley Jail in Van Nuys, booked on misdemeanor battery and obstructing an officer. The public sees the mugshot, but that image doesn't even scratch the surface of what really led to this moment. And here's the thing, if you think this was just a random meltdown, wait until you hear what he was doing in the weeks leading up to this arrest, because it paints a much stranger picture. Weeks before the arrest, Lil Nas X wiped his Instagram clean. Every post gone, no explanation, just silence. Then came cryptic teasers, eerie music snippets, captionless clips, and even rumored Lil Jon collab. Some called it marketing genius. After all, this is the same man who once faked a pregnancy for an album rollout. And months earlier, in February 2025, he'd admitted in an interview, the last few years have been pretty difficult. No details, just a heavy, defeated tone. Put it all together, and the Ventura Boulevard meltdown looks less like random chaos and more like a breaking point. But the real question is, was this breakdown completely real, or was it part of the show? Let's get one thing straight. Lil Nas X knows how to dominate a news cycle. From blowing up with Old Town Road to stirring waves with his Grammy-winning genre-blending hits like Montero, Call Me By Your Name, and Industry Baby. He's a master of turning headlines into hype. So when the Ventura Boulevard arrest hit the internet, some fans immediately whispered, "This has to be a stunt." Think about it. He's rolling out new music. He just teased Dream Boy, his upcoming album. He thrives on pushing boundaries. And yet, but here's the counterpoint. The police report is real. The hospitalization for suspected overdose is real. The battery charges are real. And if this was a stunt, it crossed into dangerous territory. Because a drug overdose isn't a PR move, it's life-threatening. Earlier this year, he was hospitalized for facial paralysis, a distressing episode he shared with fans, saying he couldn't even laugh right, but was improving. Add that to the intense pressure to be on, always shocking, always evolving, always performing, and this arrest emerges not just as a headline,
but as the possible collapse of an overloaded star. In multiple interviews over the years, he's hinted at loneliness, mental health struggles, and the weight of fame. The February 2025 clip where he said, "The last few years have been pretty difficult," now reads like a warning sign. And here's what makes it even more tragic. The entertainment machine doesn't stop for breakdowns. If anything, it often feeds on them. And just when you thought this story couldn't get any wilder, it did. On August 25th, 2025, Lil Nas X walked into a Los Angeles courtroom and pleaded not guilty to 4 felony charges: 3 counts of battery with injury on a police officer and 1 count of resisting an executive officer. If convicted, we're talking up to 5 years in state prison. The judge set his bail at $75,000, which he posted the same day. But freedom came with strings attached. Lil Nas X must stay away from illegal narcotics, attend an outpatient treatment program, or hit 4 Narcotics Anonymous meetings every single week. His father, Robert Stafford, broke his silence, saying his son is remorseful but doing well, pleading with the public for prayers, grace, and mercy. Meanwhile, his attorney called the whole incident an aberration, pointing out this is the rapper's first run-in with the law. The next big showdown? September 15th, 2025. A preliminary hearing that could decide whether Lil Nas X walks free or faces a trial that could end his career as we know it. The truth may lie somewhere in between, or it may be something we don't yet fully understand. Because here's the reality. Whether this was a cry for help, a stunt gone wrong, or a mix of both, it's a turning point in Lil Nas X's career. And if history has taught us anything, it's that the entertainment industry loves a comeback. But this time, the road back might be darker than the one he took to get here. What's next for Lil Nas X? We're watching a career and a man standing at a crossroads. On one side, the glitz, the spectacle, the unstoppable showmanship that made him a global icon. On the other, the shadows, the personal battles, the silent struggles, and a moment on Ventura Boulevard that could define the rest of his life. Whether this leads to a triumphant comeback, a sobering retreat from the spotlight, or a reinvention no one sees coming, only time will tell. But one thing is certain, this moment is bigger than music, bigger than headlines. It's personal. From his early days as the underdog who broke the internet, to chart-topping anthems that bent genres and sparked controversy, to cryptic clues, vanishing posts, and one dawn walk that stunned the world. His story is unfolding in real time. And it's unfolding in a way that's raw, unpredictable, and impossible to look away from. Are we witnessing the unraveling of a pop star under impossible pressure? Or the most audacious reinvention the music industry has ever seen? Only time will tell. And we'll be here to cover every twist, turn, and jaw-dropping reveal along the way. If you loved this deep dive into one of the most shocking celebrity moments of 2025, don't forget to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you never miss our next explosive story. Thanks for watching, and remember, in Hollywood, the line between spectacle and reality is thinner than you think.